Hey, blessings everyone. My name is Elegance Champagne, aka Elemental Keys, founder of Abstract Thoughts of a Transitioned Mind, and also VP of Minds Up by Takia Diamond. It's just a beautiful day right now, and I just wanted to take a moment just to enjoy nature, but then also to leave you guys with a simple message. And it's something that I utilize all the time, no matter where I go. One of the greatest messages that I've actually received in my life, and I've lived on this for God knows how long now, is never allow a person to tell you no that does not have the power or authority to tell you yes. What do I mean by that? This can apply in any place you go, whether it be a business, an organization. You may happen to be in a restaurant, you may be shopping, you may be trying to catch a flight, get a ride somewhere, or public transportation, or even if you're at a car dealer, or even a rental car place, any place like that. Majority of times, you come across the ones that's supposed to service you. You come across those people who automatically are trained, and by default, they automatically give you a no. Now, you may really want or desire whatever it is that you're trying to obtain, but you get hit with a, no, I'm sorry, sir, or I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't do that for you. I can't is the key word. I can't do it. When you hear these words, allow it to trigger something inside of you, because if you really desire something, you're going to do whatever it takes to get it, right? The proper way, of course. Sometimes you may have to put up a little fight, but here's how you go about it. If they hit you with that no, don't be upset with them. Majority of the time, they're not in position, and neither do they possess the power or authority to give you that yes. So their automatic answer, if it's above their pay grade sometime, they will automatically give you a no. So what I do a majority of the time is I'll actually ask, okay, excuse me, sir, is there a manager or a supervisor or a shift leader that can actually speak to you that can approve of this? And sometimes they may be a little hesitant. They'll be like, oh no, the policy is. I'm like, I understand what your policy is, but I still would like to speak to a supervisor or a manager. Sometimes you may not even want to even tell them the reason why. You just simply ask to speak to a supervisor or manager, because according to their policy, anytime a customer comes along and they tell you to do this, they can't argue with you. The number one rule they have is the customer is always right. So if they're servicing you, they can't deny you from speaking to a supervisor or a manager, especially if they're available. Neither can they deny you giving them their information to contact them. This is the majority of the policy in any business that you go to. By law, you are entitled to this information. So what I do want to tell you is simply ask them to speak to a supervisor or a manager. And majority of the time, when you have to explain your situation to the supervisor or the manager, and you're very pleasant about it, you're smiling, and you're also still in demand, you're also letting them know that you are serious about this, but it's a way you go about it, that your attitude, your persona when you're actually speaking to this. What happens most times in my case is the supervisor and the manager, they're like, oh, sure, that's not a problem. How else may I assist you? My apologies for the inconvenience. When you project that positive energy and you see and hear this before it happens, that's just, of course, law of attraction, manifestation, and speaking those things that are not as though they are according to Scripture. And death and life is in the power of the tongue. They that love it eat the fruit thereof. So if you really want to reach up for that fruit, that orange, or that apple, that pear, that plum, that peach, you have to taste it already. You have to be able to visually see yourself holding it in your hand. I'm like, wow, I want that dress, or wow, I want that pair of shoes, wow, I want that car, wow, I want that business, wow, I want that property, wow, I want that house, or wow, I want to be able to get this with no money down. If you really desire that and you project that and you're explaining yourself to the person that is in charge, they have options. They have the ability to tell you yes and or no. Or they can see what they can do. So you ask them what is the best they're able to do, but you let them know what you desire first. When you do this, majority of the time, in my case 9 times out of 10, they actually understand you because they personalize it. They put themselves in your shoes as if they were you coming to you in that case, and you happen to own that business or that organization or be in position to tell them that. And they will actually cater to you. As I mentioned, it's all about how you think and perceive it before it happens. You have to have an intention, but then also being very pleasant, well-mannered, and respectful towards them. And don't bash the person that you just spoke to, because that's not a good sign. A lot of them actually look for that. So you want to be pleasant, and you do tell them that you do appreciate the service that was actually being provided by those people. But if they did give you difficulty, you can let them know, but of course you pull them to the side and you let them know. Like, by all means, sir, no disrespect, I appreciate the service, or I didn't appreciate the service that this person provided for me, but I kind of would recommend you to actually speak to them so they can be a little more, what's the word? Provide a better form of customer service. When you do that majority of the time, you'll find yourself actually having the things that you really desire, because that person, they will check them, and they'll actually see sometimes that they're actually a poor representation of the person that's actually on top. That's what I've come to understand in most cases. The person that's right there that you meet at the door, sometimes nowhere near or possess the characteristics of the person that's on top. And it shouldn't be that way, because anytime you own a business or organization, you should always have people that are good representations or reflections of who you are. Because when a person meets them, they may just judge the company or the business or organization based on that person that's right there at the door, especially in stores and retail, like the register, or even at restaurants you have the waitresses or the waiters. It can come across and mislead those people to making improper judgments based on the information or the experience that they had. So if you are a business owner, I would recommend you to make sure you do a check with your employees or the people that you hire or the people that you have that's in the chain of command. Just sometimes here and there, of course, most of you may do this already, come in as a regular customer that the new people may not know. And you just easily do a simple little analysis and check up on them. Do this, you just find yourself to have a little more success in your business, because sometimes most business owners that I've come across, that I've spoken to, they thought it was their business and the things that they were actually doing that caused them to be not as successful as they wanted to be. And it was not necessarily the things that they were doing, it was the things that they weren't doing in most cases. And in this case, they weren't checking up on those people that are representing their companies. And those people act as like a repellent towards people that can actually help them generate more business. So if you are a business owner, just keep that in mind. But back to just never allow a person to tell you no who does not have the power or authority to tell you yes. Just keep that in mind. Understand there is always options, there is always a way. Set the intention to achieve what it is that you really desire, and God, working through the universe, will make way for that. And majority of the time, you will get what you desire. Just have a positive intention and what you're going to utilize it for. With that being said, guys, you guys have a blessed one. Once again, this is Abstract Thoughts of a Transitioned Mind. You guys have a blessed one. Bye.